Good evening, everyone. It is time for your Spirit Island Saturday regular broadcast. Tonight, featuring myself, Migrant P, lead developer at Handlever Games, and Logic Dolphin, lead developer at
Hello.
Dolphin Games.
That would be fun.
Dolph. No, it's like
I mean,
Dolphin.
I
Dolphin
could
Abra.
try to
No,
make dolphin games, but like, is that my true porpoise?
I see what you did there. Yeah. We're gonna play Spirit Island. It's just the two of us tonight, and so that will be fun. Seamus the Hug Monster is here in the chat to bother us, but he's going to bed soon. He promised. Uh,
4 hours later.
Handelabra Games believes in civil rights for everyone and in being as inclusive as possible, including Black Lives Matter and trans rights. Anyone actively working against those goals is not welcome and will not be tolerated. So be excellent to one another. Seamus is already in bed. Spoiler alert. Cool. So we're going to play Spirit Island multiplayer, which is in development and now officially in private beta testing. So that's a big step that happened this week. I will start a game that you can join, Dolphin. And we were thinking we would have 2 spirits each. That's the bad idea, or a good idea. So as the room owner or the leader, I am the one who is allowed to add island boards. So I will do so. Want to play regular board or thematic?
Regular's fine.
Okay. And I will grant you that spirit, but feel free to change your spirits as you wish.
I always just go with whatever the board gives me.
I'm going to go with
I trust in
wildfire
the fate.
and green, the opposites. Sort of. They're like, isn't wildfire like green's kid, or is it lightning's child? It's someone's child of volcano and green. They're, but thunder speaker is like lightning's child, right? There's like relationships.
Should we be doing
Yeah,
children like
mom and dad are,
um
yeah.
mom and dad versus child for both of our spirits?
I mean, if you pick thunder speaker and lightning, then that's a parent-child relationship as well.
A child of a passing storm spirit.
And then
Oh
if you
yeah,
look at
but as much for the
lightning's,
sake of Thunder Speaker, Lightning's child, yeah.
yeah, and yeah,
So I
wildfire
guess
is
that
the child of the volcano and the green. So once we get volcano someday, you know. And how about an adversary? Maybe Prussia. Feels like it's been a minute since we
yeah,
played them.
I think we could play them, perhaps at a high difficulty, but no Prussia.
Well, if we crank it up too much, we're gonna be under Prussia. Uh, how about level 4? Aggressive
Yeah,
timetable?
I've been playing all the adversaries at 4 personally. Eventually,
Yeah.
I'll make the jump to 5, but I'm comfortable at 4 right now. England's the one that's the scariest. Just always the build, and then the ravage, and then the build.
Well, and Sweden gets really scary at 5, right? No, actually, it's at 3 when the extra damage, so yeah. Yeah, level 4. Evil Dice Monkey does not like our Prussia puns, so we'll just have to kick you out of the Brandenburg Gate, apparently.
Yeah, there's
Uh,
not as much potential with Brandenburg, but
do we want any other option changes, or is that good to go?
unlimited undo, so we could play the whole game and then.
Yeah, it's
uh
unlimited undo, but the button is still not there.
Oh, is it not there?
Yeah, I mean, undo support
Oh, the
is
undo itself,
in
right? Yeah.
multiplayer. And actually, because things are pretty complicated, we might not actually support unlimited undo in multiplayer at all. It's something we're trying to figure out. So, yeah. All right, let's go with
You
this.
heard it here first, folks.
We're working on it.
They're making a new feature. They're taking away unlimited undo.
Well, the real new feature actually is in the spirit phase being able to like individually undo actions like per spirit. So like return your presents or, pick a different card or that sort of thing in any order. So not using the regular undo functionality, but using like you can unplay power cards. And it turns out that because of spirits like wildfire, there are a lot of things that are hard to undo that way. So yeah, so we'll see what we can do, but there are complications. And speaking of complications, we will want to potentially coordinate between Wildfire and Thunderspeaker on placing presents that moves Dahan where you might want them, for example.
Yep.
I don't think we have any other restrictions or restricted presence placements, just those two. That would be funny to build a multiplayer game with like the most interlocking spirits possible in terms of that. Like things that care about blight as well. And beasts.
So like Serpent can't place in a land with blight, and
like Sharp Fangs cares about beasts and blight.
Moves beasts. Yeah.
I guess it's and Keeper cares about blight, so, and Keeper moves Dahan, so.
Double whammy.
What button do I press to undo that design decision? I think it's a good decision, a good direction, because it's going to make it. That'll be available in single player as well. It's a notable amount of work. So we might still allow unlimited undo, but it might become less granular in multiplayer because of that, basically. Like if you're using unlimited undo, then you don't get that other feature. You just get like global undo. Anyways, that's dev talk. Let's try to win this game. What's happening?
Jungle build. And
Jungle
those
build.
are the two lands in Lightning's board that have the towns in them. So.
That's right. But you can't reach A3 right now.
Right now. Yeah, I'm thinking that I'm taking out the town in A3 fast, and then next turn again, letting A8 blight.
A8 blight, you say? Ho 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 ho.
A8 blight. Trying to work out how I want to handle D2 and D6. Or if I need to venture into foreign territory.
It does feel weird to be playing two spirits in multiplayer. So that's new. I don't know if have we done that before on the stream? I don't think so.
I don't think we have.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Sentinels. We play two time every time, but that's because like there's less mind space for each.
Well, in other news, this is really easy for green. So if you want me to like block A3, for example, I could just do that. Like, green is really good at handling jungle.
You want to handle on your own board, though?
I could probably handle most of them. Maybe not all of them. But I can like push a town away and block a build and that sort of thing.
Town pushing, that's right.
So like I can push the C4 away, I can block the build in A3, then I can...
You have to be very careful when handling C4 though. Don't just want to push it away. Sorry. Every single time I hear C4 in this game, I always think about the explosive.
Luckily there's no land called Thermite.
So I could Boards of Warning in D2 next turn. And even if they do extra damage, the Dahan would deal damage simultaneously with invaders.
Yeah, I think for unless you really want to go over to A3, I would probably rather block A3 than C1 because there's 2 Dahan there. I don't know. It all works if you have nothing better to do than lightning, because you probably
I mean,
want to.
I can get the Dahan out of C1 with Harbingers.
Right.
I have to be range 1 for that. So I could put a Sacred Site in C6, and then, like, I could use Shatter Homesteads in A3 this turn, and next turn, you know, push the Dahan out of C1. So, like, if that blights,
Right.
it's defended. But if you want to, you know, use your town pushing stuff, then
I guess I can't actually be in A3 with the Sacred Site this turn. So
okay.
scratch what I said because it's too far away. Oh wait, no, it isn't. I forgot I have presence in C8. It's like
Oh yeah.
it's in the corner.
Yeah, I didn't notice that either. Every time I play with Earth, it's like I notice his Sacred Site presence, and then I totally miss his single
Right.
presence to the side. So yeah, if I do sudden ambush in D6 to stop that build, that gives me an animal, and plus I have Words of Warning, so I can get Dahan in D2 for Words of
Yeah.
Warning.
So I'm gonna hop in A3 and just block the build and defend it. I think next turn.
Pending the event. Well, not even pending event. Okay, so you're blocking A3. So you're
Well,
you're
it does.
blocking the
It does
build.
pen the event next turn, but yeah, I'm gonna block the build and then defend the Ravage.
Okay. Still want me to get the Dahan out of C1? Sacred Site in C6 is good. It gets visibility of your board really well.
Yeah, if you probably don't have, if you want to destroy the town they build, or you could destroy the town they build in A8, and so they don't build a city. If you want, like, you could just hit C1 for the town, and then A8 can still blight. That's okay. Or maybe Wildfire gets it.
I mean, I'm totally fine with A8 blighting.
Yeah,
You don't have Seamus here tonight to have to keep countering the blight mentality.
let A8 die, and yeah, you can kill the town in C1
Let
then.
them eat cake.
And
Yeah,
I'll
so I
push
think I'm trying to
out of
play-
C4. So
So I
C4,
wanna
I'll
play
blow up
one card
C4.
this
I'm
turn.
blowing up C4.
There we go.
And
Yeah,
I
I'm
have
trying to play
I
only
have
one card
proliferate.
this turn and 3 cards next turn, and I think I have enough energy. Do I? If I get to 2 energy this turn, then
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
with my last growth, with +3 energy, that would work.
I'm totally proliferating fire because I can stop both builds on board B because of that.
That's awesome.
I'm going to be moving Dahan out of... I can move Dahan out of B8. Do you care where they go? Maybe D6, I guess? Or maybe somewhere else. And I'm going to do that right now.
I mean...
Well, I'm going to gain a power, but I'm going to put presence there. Probably no matter what.
I'm definitely sudden ambushing there in any case. I think I need the energy. Yeah. Gotta do this growth.
All right. Well, I'll get my power card first anyway.
I'm gonna do
a card with fire and plant, you say?
That's fine. It's just the standard growth options, I guess.
So any preference where those Dahan go? From B8?
Yeah, probably put them in Thunder Speaker's land.
And
D6 is going to be sudden ambushed anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
There's no Thunder Speaker land next door, so...
What do you mean? Oh, no, not like into... I mean the board, sorry. That's what I meant.
Sure. So
put it into her board.
all right.
Or you could just leave it on your board, I guess, and shuffle them around.
I'll spread them around.
All right.
And I must play a card. A land with Blight and Invaders and me. That seems like that's not going to happen. Is anyone doing damage? Actually, green is doing damage. Actually, green doesn't need to push a town. Green can destroy the town because of Flame's Fury.
Whoa.
So Field's Choked, actually, we just push the A3 town then. That seems fine. Unless you have damage from Thunderspeaker. I could give you the Fury of the
No.
Flame.
I am destroying an explorer, and that's it.
Seems good. Yeah, Flame's Fury is pretty good for the green team. So Flame's Fury over to green. Proliferate. This is just like we're each playing. I'm just using my powers on myself.
We're just focusing on ourselves. Actually, I'm not even coordinating between Thunderspeaker and Lightning. Oh, but I can't target D6 because you're doing something.
Yeah.
Now
I was
D6.
placing presence with proliferation, so it locks out any of the lands next
I
to.
don't want to gather.
B8.
I don't think. No. All right, so you're managing the A3C1 front. So I guess I'll stop the inner city build.
Inner city pressure. Oh dear. Oh, and I have defend. I defend C1. And I firestorm B5 with great vigor.
There aren't any event cards that force a ravage, right?
I believe I think it might be if it's a blighted island. I think there's one that says like Invaders Ravage. It's like a bonus ravage, but it's not immediate. I think it's like choose a land type and Invaders Ravage in that land type, isn't it? Something like that. I believe there is. I don't think there's like Ravage
I was
right
just trying
now.
to imagine, like, maybe. I mean, although we don't do events on turn 1 because of the Jagged Earth rule.
There's also Manifest Incarnation, and if you get to play that in turn 1, you're doing fine. Yeah,
Zoom is weird for me. It's like it's not doing the continuous zoom. It's just going instantly in. I don't know why.
Keep your animations on a weird setting.
I turned my animations back on from Thursday, but it's still.
Is your animation speed
weird.
like turned all the way up?
It's where it normally is.
Maybe try just twiddling it.
All right, I'll twiddle it.
Twiddle it. Right, so Creeper's Tear just tears a new one into C4. Get it? C4. So C1, I mean, I can just move the town.
They're also building a city in C3 now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I could move that, I guess. If you're going to destroy the town in C1 in the fast phase, then I can just stop the city build in the mountain instead.
Yeah, I could let A8 Blight destroy the city in C1. You're defending A3, presumably, or blocking that Ravage in one way or another. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pop my defend 2 in there, probably. I might even have defend 3, but probably defend 2. Yeah. Stopping the city in C3 seems good and just makes it... I mean, there's also an interior city that might be worse.
Yeah, it's probably going to be manifested.
Do you got Manifest Incarnation already? Okay.
Manifestation.
So you're planning to blow up C7?
Yeah, I think I can do that.
All right, then I'll move C3. That's fine.
Yeah, I think
You can push into C4. Wait. Oh.
I'm just trying to think about how I want to push 4 and gather 2 and push 1 to make that work. So I'm going to need 2 presents, 3 Dahan, and C7 next turn. Next turn I have a gather 3. I guess I push out of D1, but I put 1 into D7. And 1 into D2?
Yeah, if you want to kill the city on the Ravage.
Yeah, that'll be defended. Yeah, and then I can put my presence in both lands. In which case, I don't know what the gathering and pushing is for now. I guess it could just be preparation for that next turn. Or I could put more Dahan in D2 in case they do extra damage. No, because my defend actually does damage simultaneously. So if they have extra health, that would want more, I guess.
Right.
Maybe there's the event that converts neighboring Dahan to towns. That
Even if the city has extra health, that still kills the city. That's the main thing.
Right. And if the explorer has extra health, who cares?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's either way. The explorer survives in that case.
I think I'm just going to group up these Singleton Dahan. My animations are so much slower now.
You could, I mean, you can have instant animations. I'm the one on the stream.
I like the animations. It makes me feel like there's a live game being played.
I mean, I like them too. Actually, speaking of A8 or whatever, I could go in there as Wildfire, but I might also want to go with somewhere as where the mountains is probably more important. But just things that could happen.
But I have a Raging Storm this turn. And my Sacred Sites are not good for my own land. Or Lightning Sacred Sites are not good for board A.
Raging Storm? Oh yeah, you could use it on B7 then if you have nowhere else.
Yeah, I mean, I could do that. I could also block like A1, but I guess it's like there's not much happening over in that.
Nice. You are placing presence if you aren't reclaiming, so.
I am placing a presence somewhere. Yeah. It's not a Sacred Site presence though. Unless I reclaim. I reclaim 1 card from my trash. Let's go. Should I be spreading the Thunder Speaker around, or should I be congregating the presence? Something Dahan army.
I think I'm going to blight B2 so I can blow it up.
I like.
That's how I roll.
We do have 9 blight to work with. We're so free.
That's so many. 2 damage to the city so far. Ooh, I could actually use Threatening Flames. Could. Maybe
I do also have Lead the Furious. I'm trying to think about 2 spirits at once, and I'm like 50% efficient at it.
I've got my mountains covered. I mean, Wildfire is just rocking it on Wildfire's board. B7 is covered. B2 is covered.
Fun fact, it's stage 3 Explorer next turn.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's a thing.
That's when stuff gets saucy. How much you want to bet that stage 3 is like mountain and wetlands or something, and then stage 2 is mountains? That'd be fun.
I mean, if it was mountain jungle, that would be really good. Hopefully that happens.
Just like mountains, anything is. What I was thinking, Lead the Fierce is range 0. So I think. Where's a warning is range 1? I could actually put 3 presents in C7 and put leave 2 Dawn in there and push 1 into D8 to block the Ravage. That's an interesting thought. Yeah.
I wish Stem the Flow didn't need a Sacred Site, because I always want to destroy my Sacred Sites.
And Lightning needs energy. And 3 card plays.
I have an idea. Are you playing Raging Storm?
Yes.
If you do it in C7, we can both do 2 damage, or do a damage to each building. So we can just kill everything in the slow phase in C7.
I mean, Manifestation was going to handle C7.
Oh, right. I forgot about that. But I mean, that's a team up.
It's an alternative. Yeah,
we have a team up option. But yeah, I know stopping a build Raging Storm is also fine. So, I mean, I can let C7 alone then if you got a plan.
Yeah, I think I have D5, C7, and D8 covered with Thunder Speaker because Thunder Speaker is ridiculous.
Sure. All right, then I'll take care of C3, I guess.
It's then the it's just a question of where am I Raging Storming. B7's probably fine, but then my board is gonna get a bit polluted. I do have a Town Destroy, but I can't reach board A with it for the mountains, that is.
A Town Destroy, isn't that for C1?
Oh right, yeah.
That was
and then I can handle A6 with whatchamacallit, Shatter Homesteads next turn. Okay. I wonder whether I just go into A6 myself. It's a risky plan. I also can't do it because this is range 1 presence. Never mind. That was range 2.
All right, I'm defending C3, so I better have a Sacred Site nearby. Or there. Literally there.
I presume Wildfire can take care of Wildfire.
Wildfire is doing great. No jungle build at all. And there will be a mountain build in B7 that will be destroyed by Res the Trees. So B2 is going to get killed in the... I mean, the city will get killed, so maybe they... Actually, no, nothing's going to build there. There's also disease, which will be preserved, so... In case
Just
they happen to
putting
explore
my
there.
Presence in, like, the worst place.
Just put all your cards on the table. That seems fine. A5 or A4 is where I'd put it anyway, so...
Yeah, A5 lets me see both A6 and A1 at range 1.
Right.
But not with Sacred Site visibility. I was thinking of maybe going into board C a little more, but...
Green's all up in.
All right.
Okay.
Defend.
A3.
Oh, we have a Lightning's Boon, by the way.
Oh, BT Dubs, Lightning's Boon.
What does that do for us?
I mean, I could just stop the build in B7. It doesn't really make a big difference, though.
I mean, that was gonna be my Raging Storm, I thought. Well, I'm killing the town in C1, right?
That was the thought.
Could also push Dahan, but ooh, I could push the Dahan out of C7 after manifestation is over. Ooh.
Yeah, if you want a boon, I mean, I don't see anything better than Wildfire. 'Cause just is literally stop the build instead of them building is fine. And green doesn't really have anything, and I don't know that. I mean, maybe Thunderspeaker does. You could like stop them building a city, but you probably want them to
Yeah,
build the
but
city.
the city is too fear.
Exactly.
All right, Wildfire's booned.
All right. Wildfire is going to. How much? Actually, I kill everything. I accidentally kill this explorer in B2 if I'm not careful. So actually, I'm going to threateningly flame him and send him into this sands. Have fun there. And yeah, I'll kill. I mean, I guess I could kill the town in B6, but let's just stop the build. Let's just get to the nice state where often you have Wildfire's board is completely empty except for Blight. And I could remove Blight, I guess. I mean, why not?
So
Do
then I
this.
could Raging Storm at A6 or A1.
I guess I'll remove
Probably
the Blight
I'll do
in
the land with
B.
Dahan. The
I should just.
beast could
I
take out
should
the
wait.
Explorer.
I should wait to see where they explore before I remove Blight. So.
Oh yeah, and
And
just do powered up blight removal. So that's cool.
yeah. And I have an Overgrow, which I was going to do in C3. But actually, I can just destroy the town that they build there. But I need a Sacred Site. But. May as well put a Sacred Site there and not destroy it, I think. Well, C4 is a better place, but it's easier for me to make a Sacred Site there, isn't it? In it.
Yeah. I tend to overgrow into non-mountains or not mountains, jungles or wetlands.
Yeah.
Just because it's harder. So I have Harbingers left, and I think I'm waiting for the slow phase for that.
Yeah, and I'm waiting for Burned. I don't know why. I got some highlights going on my screen, which is a bug, but I think that's fine. We'll roll with that for now. Unanticipated ways.
Boy. Wait, did you say unanticipated ways? Is that your event card?
I mean, that's what the message says.
Oh. That was the
Sacred
message, not the
sites
card.
under threat.
I got scared for a second. I'm like, wait, we have a different event card. Uh-oh. Desync.
We have a lot of Wildfire has fire. Just so you know, Wildfire's portion of the cost is covered.
And Thunderspeaker has fire. We have 8 fire right
Yeah.
now.
So this costs. Well,
How
I mean,
many
it's
sacred
a different. It's a weird one. So yeah. How many sacred sites have invaders?
C7, C3, A2, and that's it?
A3. Yeah, actually A3. But yeah, just 3. So we need to pay 1 to like do the good part for each of them. So Wildfire can pay 1. Wildfire's got some coin. Or we could
right. Yeah, energy is money. Yeah, we can afford this. We have
I don't think Wildfire wants to reclaim, so I think we're going to guard them yourself. And Thunderspeaker, sorry, Wildfire, Fire Puppy will pay 1 energy. And skip. And I don't know, A3 should probably be a choose for me too, right? I want the town to be a. I mean, it doesn't matter, right? It's dead now or it's dead later. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. It'd be better now in case, like, I mean, we're
Oh,
definitely not getting enough fear, but in general,
yeah,
like,
fear
if
card.
we were getting the next fear card, we would want it now.
We could destroy presence if you want for Blazing Renewal. It's like the only reason that's a choice.
Each beast generates
Yeah.
fear.
Choose for me.
Oh yeah, check armor button. And then fire puppies land is the only one.
I may as well put it where the town is, I guess. I like
Hey,
I like the beast sound.
powers.
Cool. Hopefully this doesn't break. Last time we got stopped by a blight card that did this, right? I mean, it wasn't exactly the same. I vote for Logic Dolphin. Another spirit is choosing a card to gain. Okay. I mean, Aid from Lesser
these are-
Spirits is very weird because, like, it reveals cards for everyone and everyone picks as opposed to, like,
Yeah.
this. So,
I have like literally the best powers here. I
Take
have
them all.
Spur on, which gives me
Oh my God.
Sunfire, Air.
spur on and you can
I have
target lightning with it, right? Like,
Veil the Night's Hunt with Air and Animal. Call to Isolation with Sun, Air, and Animal. I can only choose one of these.
you should be able to, like, forget a card to pick another, to pick more.
That would be a fun, fun thing. Oh, jeez. There's so much fruit. How do I choose?
Would you like banana? Would you like apple? Would you like dragon fruit? Would you like tomato? Technically a fruit. Also technically a vegetable.
Veil can stop builds, but it deals damage to different invaders, so it can't take out towns innately.
Not with that
But it can
attitude.
combo with lightning
Or green.
or green, but green's slow.
You're slow.
I mean, what I mean is like comboing it with lightning would allow for a fast town destroy.
Yeah, but lightning's boon can then combo with green.
Oh, so
I'm
combo
just
combo.
saying, we got the
wombo combo.
wombo combo is available potentially.
All the isolation just pushes, but it essentially stops builds too, and it's 0 energy. Not that I'm energy starved particularly right now. And then Speron is just everything but animal. This is a really hard decision. But Speron also helps other spirits get elemental thresholds, I think. Yeah, we'll take Speron.
It's very good to, like, send it towards lightning. Rampant Green does not have such riches. I mean, none of the cards have plant, which is actually not a big deal for green. Green always has tons of plant. So there's cards with moon, cards with water, cards with moon and water. I mean, I feel like we're winning pretty hard already, but you never know. Stage 3.
Yeah, the stage 3 card's gonna actually make it challenging.
Yeah, if it was just like didn't have this stage 3 card coming up, we probably would win like in 1 turn or 2 turns.
Yeah.
So I'm looking between
Although, I
Infested Aquifers, Call of Dawn Ways, Hear the Bee Monsters, and Quicken Their Struggles. I like Call of Dawn Ways. I'm going to click on that. I'll basically always get the threshold, so... Sorry, you were saying...
The zoom in is also weird. It's just like, it's not continuous zoom. It just instantly hovers onto the thing. I'm just gonna disable zoom because it's just not good.
You're saying I broke it.
You broke it. I don't know. Maybe it's a multiplayer thing because it never happened like this before.
Well, it might have to do with changing the option during the game. And it didn't pick up.
I changed it before.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know then. Shouldn't be multiplayer related, but you never know. Hey, look, mountains again and sands. So a bunch of mountains are just gonna death by Dahan, pending the event. But as long as there's 2 Dahan, then it's definitely death by Dahan.
Oh, you know what also just happened? Since I turned off automatic zooming while I was currently zoomed in,
Oh
I'm
yeah,
now
that.
stuck in zoom in mode.
How stuck are you?
I can see everything on the land on the board. I just can't see the whole board at once.
All right. So once you get to the slow phase, Alt F4 to quit the game, like your computer crashed, and then start it again, and you should be able to rejoin and come back in at the right spot.
Are you confident about that?
I'm pretty confident about that.
Okay. Alt F4.
If you like go main menu, then it won't rejoin because basically when you do that, you're like, I'm leaving, right? Like you don't want to come back. So
And then I go back into multiplayer.
yeah, and it should pop up. Do you want to rejoin?
Rejoin. Okay.
Cool. All right. So mountains, you say. Sands, you say. Welcome to the sands.
Well, I'm gonna
Wildfire
start
is
with
happy to see
my
you.
thing.
Manifest time? Manifest business? Do you have enough damage? It's only 9. Guess you only need 7.
Yeah, they did Sands and Mountains right. I was half paying attention to that because the zoom was wonky. So this slightly changes how I have to deal with D8 then. Can I deal with D8?
I have a stem the flow that I can't use most places, so I don't know if there's anywhere that I can use it that can be combined, basically. So keep that in mind.
Actually, do I even... Let's see, 3, 5, 6, 7... If I push a Dahan out, I only have 6 damage. But you don't have a Sacred Sight that sees C7.
Yeah, that's the problem. I think my slow powers are wasted because I was assuming there would be a town in C3 that I would blow up, right? And then there wasn't. So
Yeah.
and
You
there's
should have put your Sacred Sight in C4 after all with Overgrow. Whoops.
whoops. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Yeah, and there's no damage from lightning.
Actually, since I still have Harbingers, I finish pushing now. Then I manifest.
Yeah, that wipes that all out.
Just a bit of a problem because how was I going to take care of both the D lands now? This changes everything.
I mean, D5, you can defend it with Words of Warning. And you also are going to get 2 powers, so... Wildfire can come in hot. Coming in hot on D8, Wildfire. That can totally happen. Wildfire can come in and blow it all up. So, that's an option. All right, Burned Land is not. I mean, B2 is just. I just leave him alone and he diseases himself away. He doesn't do anything. Do that. So you still have Gather and Lead?
I already gathered. I have Lead and Harbingers, and I'm if Wildfire takes care of D8, then I can't really lead the Furious in there to take out the town unless you kill my presence. Actually,
Sure. I mean, I don't have to. I could just take care. I mean, B7 takes care of itself, I guess. So, yeah, Wildfire's kind of looking for something to do. There's still Sands. I mean, I can pop into B3 and blow
Right.
that up. So, there's still stuff for me to do.
I'd definitely like to make sure that like the mountains are dealt with since they're gonna build again.
Yeah. I mean, harbinging into
like
D8, that seems good, right? You can.
if
And you
I
can.
harbinge and I bring one presence, then next turn I could sudden ambush into D7 and get my presence out. And oh no, but shoot, order operations. Presence first, then the fast powers. Can we
No,
do
if,
the fast power phase before Wildfire's presence?
if you harbinge D7 into D8 and destroy the town now, then sudden ambush kills both explorers.
Oh, true. That's even better. Yeah, because
And then defend D5.
I
And
always think of it as it kills
yeah.
one, but it's actually each. You're
It's
right.
equal to the number of Dahan.
Okay, I like that. I should have double checked whether it was push or gather before I clicked it, but oh well.
It is push, which confuses people because they get confused about where the fear goes. The fear goes into the target land, not into multiple lands where you could push them to. And I have,
because it's not one fear per land.
yeah, and I have powers that sadly do very little. It's just me. It's just me.
Just you.
I'm gonna futilely creepers tear and stem the flow. There is a spirit in Jagged Earth or Promo Pack 2 that preserves damage dealt to invaders. It's an effect they have.
Ooh.
So that's interesting. Yeah. B3 seems like it needs a business.
Yes, I'm reclaiming, but doesn't really matter what I get because I'm playing sudden ambush and words of warning. Which actually is annoying because it's my 2 animal cards, so I guess I'm looking for animal cards. There's a animal card. There's also fire in the sky. Well, I'm gonna think about that for a second. I'll reclaim with lightning. Except another spirit was doing stuff, so couldn't.
I'm making decisions. Sorry, I'm blocking you. Hey, look. B2. Death by Dahan. Why not both? Just in case. I don't know. Yeah, because if they do +1 damage, you want an extra.
I found growth through sacrifice.
Nice.
But I'm probably not taking it. Call to Migrate is better elements. Unfortunately, Thunderspeaker would have also liked to have had Call to Migrate. Call to Bloodshed also.
I guess green doesn't have to reclaim. My favorite thing is not reclaiming. So I'm going to not reclaim and get a major power. What? We went there.
I mean, yeah, like your reclaim and gain a power card is actually about the same as gain a power card, gain 3 energy, but the latter allows you to get the major more easily, so yeah.
Yeah, and I still get to add presence all the time, so.
Yeah, green's a little weird because of, like, I feel like reclaim with green is not as bad as other spirits, and reclaim with earth is also kind of not bad, except unlike other spirits, he doesn't gain a power when he does it, so he could be stuck in a reclaim loop if he has 4 card plays and only 4 cards in his hand.
I have Indomitable Reclaim. Indomitable Claim does not have a great place to use it, but it is exciting. Vengeance of the Dead, Dissolve the Bonds, and Paralyzing Fright.
Promises of Protection.
These are all exciting cards for other turns than this. I guess Dissolve the Bonds is pretty good on C2, isn't it? And I fixed a bug on it, so it should work right. I don't know that it will work right though, but it might work right.
It should, which means it won't.
Dissolve the Bonds is straightforward range 1. I'm gonna click it, and I'm gonna have enough energy. I'm gonna have 6 energy. Yeah. Let us forget another card. And I do not have any of my innate powers this turn. That's new. And I also don't get the threshold on Call of the Han Ways, which is also weird. But that's fine. The question is, do I spread out or do I make a sacred site? I kind of feel like making a sacred site smack in the middle of the island is probably a good idea. So I'm going to do that. And go for card plays, because I'm getting a new power card next turn. Green is suddenly a water animal spirit. I am a shark. I am a sea monster. I am a kraken.
So I'm just debating on what to do with lightning. There could be a boon if someone wants it.
I mean, Boon on Dissolve the Bonds of Kinship is hilarious. I mean, C2 has a disease, but it basically makes... Actually, it makes C2 empty because it's push all explorers. It's going to replace all the buildings and move all the explorers away.
Yeah,
So
it's
that's...
also gonna push into C3, which is ravaging.
I just blocked that with my thing. That's fine.
Okay.
If you don't, if you have other things to play the Lightning's Boon, I don't have to play Lightning's Boon because literally playing it in the slow phase is the same because there's disease. So
Well,
it's like, is it worth saving that disease, basically?
I'm probably gonna reclaim again immediately with lightning
Sure.
because
Well,
three card plays are needed to hit the first threshold, and I
so in
have
that
5
case,
cards.
if you have Lightning's Boon, then also Call of the Hanways either deals with D8 or stops a build in like C6. So,
Well, D8
or
is sudden ambush. Well, I guess
right.
it doesn't have to be.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's several sands that I can call the Hanways and stop a build as well. So, C6 or A7 also work.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so Lightning's Boon has some value as well besides saving a disease. And I'll trade a presence for a disease. That's fine. I really enjoyed your Plague Mountain on Thursday. That was so cool. I've never actually used that card to such effect. It was great.
Yeah, that was fun.
I'll pull it up in the deck here. That was... What's the card called? Oh, what is it called?
Blood Rack Plague.
Blood Rack. Blood Rack Plague. Yeah. Oh, and it's like this gross blue disease. That's not a thing in real life, and that's why it's more gross, right? Like... You had a stack of like 6 disease in one land that was just like ridiculous. Did you ever get the threshold?
6 in all lands. No.
Yeah, I think you might have eventually, but you won too fast. It's always the problem.
And I probably should have not won that game so fast because we really needed the blight cleanup.
Yeah. Are we ready?
I think I'm good. I don't have 100% plans on what 2 towns I'm destroying with.
You can always destroy them in the slow
floating.
phase, so...
The sort of problem is that A1 is blighting and then building and then cascading next turn. but I can't really solve that.
Green can maybe help or
I mean, I
something.
could destroy the town fast so they only build a town, so it's a slightly easier to manage next turn, but they would still blight. And then there's, of course, the Sands builds. But, I mean, like...
Green can, if you destroy the
we have
town.
7 blight and we're unhealthy, so a Cascade is fine.
Yeah, if you destroy the town, then green should be able to defend it next turn with at least defend 2, if that helps. So it's probably a good target to avoid cascading. So
Boone was on green, right?
well, yeah, let's see what Wildfire is doing, actually. So Wildfire is... Flashfires is already fast. And Smoke doesn't really... Well, range 2 of a Sacred Site doesn't really get anywhere that matters, does it? So... Yeah, Smoke doesn't want to be fast. Smoke wants to be slow, actually. So yeah, Boone to green. And let's go ahead and dissolve the bonds of kinship. Actually, I could call the Dahan Ways the explorer that goes to C3. if we want.
Alright, so then I could just set an ambush in D8.
Yeah, well, this is happening in C2. Oh, they just went because there was exactly 4 and exactly 4 adjacent lands. So yeah, I mean, if I don't know if what's the value of a green presence versus a build in the middle of the island? It's probably the build is it's better to have the build, right? Like, and green presence is cheap.
Right.
So, well, I guess they're building, they're ravaging, and then they're building. So if
if they ravage in C3, there's the surviving Dahan will still kill the 2 explorers.
That's true. I could allow the ravage and lose the presence and get a blight. That's another equation to compare.
Let them have blight.
And they still don't build. And if the event changes it, we can decide to stop the yeah. All right, I'm going to stop the build in the very middle sand there because that seems good. All right.
So I'll just set an ambush in D8. Do I want that Dahan? I think I want to stay there because my presence is there, and I might want to have visibility for other things. So I still have Thundering Destruction, which I think is waiting for the slow phase for a town build. And yeah, because we could take out the town in A4 because that's Blightland. And there's a Harbingers, which also could wait. And also coordinates with Thunder Speaker.
Yeah, if you could get 2 Dahan into A1, it would be worth harbinging there, I think. But I'm going to Firestorm B3.
Oh, shit, I can't get there. If I had played Call to Migrate, I could have gotten 2 Dahan in there. I could have gotten 3 Dahan in there.
You could have gotten stacks of Dahan wherever you want. And
I should have played that instead of Harbingers then, but I was just thinking I want the free card because I'm in a reclaim cycle right now, so I want to preserve energy.
I'm going to stop the D4 build because, I mean, honestly, if they're building in Wildfire's land, like, build away, boys. Like, good luck with that. I'm happy to have them building in B5. So, Flash Fires. There we go. And I will Asphyxiating Smoke as needed. Except there isn't going to be anything in range because we're stopping the builds everywhere. Oh, well.
Whoops.
I can destroy B6 if necessary. Pending the event, the beast might get it.
You can see A8 at least. So.
Oh, yeah, that's true. A8. I can get that. A8 won't get killed by a beastie. All right,
so
are you
I'm done?
Yeah. We're done. Seamus mentioned that Mist is funky and has that that effect of preserving damage and gets fear based on it. Search for new lands. In each land with at least 2 explorers, push 1 to an adjacent land without invaders.
So that's C4.
Oh, hey, look, C3, they don't... C3 is okay. It's just in each land, right? Yeah, so... No, wait. Oh, it had to go to C2. Well, I guess it had to. There wasn't any... We couldn't have changed that.
We could have... Yeah, okay, yeah, this is... we could have made it so we leave the 2 explorers in there, but...
No, we couldn't, because it's in each land, right?
If we push C4 into C2, then C3 would have no valid target, is what I mean.
But, like... Oh, sure. I mean, that's fine, though, because that means...
C2 is always going to get an explorer, is the long and short of it.
And this means one of these guys from C4 is going into either 8 or 7.
And it doesn't... They're both dying.
Yeah.
So
there's no... We have defend 1 per Dahan, actually, so we... Yeah. I guess, yeah, we could have actually left them in C3, but we can't undo.
Oh, right.
You're right. We could have trapped him in C3, but that would have been smart.
And D5...
Guess I clicked too fast.
Something that's not sands or mountains.
Just into D2.
D2's probably the best. And then that decision was forced. So A1 doesn't blight, actually. That's cute. Push east to a land with no blight. It deals a damage there.
Oh. Oh, C2 does not build! Because the beast comes and preserves the disease.
Nice.
We were thinking in 3... We definitely... That was our plan all along.
I generally try to read ahead on the event cards in case there's combos like this. But I forgot about that one.
Yeah, we're not doing that. So A5, I guess.
Annoying. Yeah, A5 is the only one because A6 is dying and can't hit A4 and A2 is not enough damage.
Cult of Gloom, welcome. How is it going? Seems to be going fine. I guess we could stop. Oh no, it's a land with no blight, right? So these guys are dying anyways. I guess D3 to D2. Oh wait, can we get... I'm wondering... Yeah, we can't combine them. If there was a land that they both shared that had a town, we could like kill it or something. That would be cool, but...
Yeah.
There isn't that.
What we could have done is had them like go into each other's lands and leave one town or both towns with 1 HP, but that wouldn't do anything.
And I mean, this may as well, I don't know, might take it off the board so that it doesn't, so we might get a new beast later, I guess. Defend 2 in all lands. Cool.
Lol.
So you didn't have to defend D5 after all. I allow it.
Oh yeah, automatic zooming is working now, by the way.
Yeah, so something weird with how your settings were, I guess. Sorry, breathed water.
So 5 builds out of 16 seems good.
Coastal lands. They're doing their best. Actually, coastal lands is great because most of those lands are mountain sands and empty already. Green has no slow powers. Green is sad. Green is fine.
Let's see. So we have a Gather, a Thundering Destruction, and a Harbingers. So the Gathering is just prep for next turn. Land D has no coastal sands or mountains. That's awkward.
Yeah, I can blow up the town in D3, which is probably the best use of smoke. Unless there's a better thing. Because, like, B5, I just like burn them to a crisp, so I don't care about that. I don't see another town within range 2 that is as useful. So, unless you've got 1 damage, I don't think you do that.
Nope, I got
Okay.
no damage.
Then it's done.
I'm gathering 3, pushing 1. That's funny.
And this blight removal only works there.
So I guess Harbingers into A1. Next turn. The problem is I don't have the energy to do both Raging Storm and Shatter Homesteads. And maybe exactly the same scenario where it's like, actually it's the exact same constellation, a town and 2 explorers. That will hit Ravage, and then Blight, and then they build a city, and then they Ravage and Blight and Cascade. But hey, we were prepared for that this turn, and it didn't happen because of the event.
Yeah, if you need help in A1, green can come in. Actually, like, if you can boon Dissolve again, then, like, that takes care of it. Actually, can I afford it?
That would take care of it, yeah.
I can't get enough energy for it, though.
Bummer.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm 1 energy short.
What if I spur you on?
Yes. If you do that,
To
I
play
could...
0 energy cards.
Yep.
So,
That-
field's choked, literally.
That could work. I mean, alternatively, well, it's actually hard for me to get enough presence there for a sacred site. I mean, I like Dissolve the Bonds there. I just need to put presence 1 away and have that combo with Thunder Speaker and Lightning. That's all. Just that huge combo.
Slight problem is I also would like to deal with some things. I guess D7 could play, theoretically. A4, I would like not to have Blight. C6, I am in. I would like not that to Blight.
C6. I mean, I should be able to pop a Defend 2 in there. Because I have... Let me see. Do I have any 0 cost? The right elements. I have Stem the Flow. And... not enough plant. Yeah, I would need to get a card with plant. So there's a risk there. I would need a 0 cost card with plant.
Wait. Why do I not see your Stem the Flow?
It's in my discard pile. What do you
Your
mean?
discard has Fields Choked, Gift of Proliferation, and Overgrow.
Oh, wait. I forgot Field's Choked.
Oh yeah, because he got a major.
So you see Field's Choked in my discard?
No, I don't.
Oh.
Or no,
that's-
I do see Fields Choked. You
Well,
forgot
that-
Fields Choked.
I forgot Field's Choked.
Oh, okay, that's a desync then.
So that's a desync. We can fix that once we get to the growth phase. But that is actually probably... Let's pop a bug report now that we noticed that.
Me or you?
Both. I forgot Fields Choked, but Dolphin sees that I forgot Stem the Flow, right?
Yeah.
This will be a desync as soon as I play Stem the Flow. Or, yeah.
So I made the title the exact same as your title, except I changed the
Yeah.
nouns.
Perfect.
My title is John Forgot Fields Choked, but I saw that John forgot Stem the Flow.
Well, I will try to remember that title when addressing you in formal situations. Dear Lord, Margaret forgot Fields Choked.
I wonder if it has to do with Alt F4ing. Did it? You gained the major after it came back, right?
Well,
Yeah, because I did it during the spirit growth or slow power phase. I don't know.
yeah, it was. I don't think it was during a spirit phase. It was that, like, basically how the multiplayer works is each of our games like tell each other what we did and then applies it to the local version of the game. And so there's some disconnect in like my game was like I forgot I did this thing and yours thought it was the other card or whatever, because it's often not just like sending the name of the card, it's just sending like an index right into some list. And so our games had different orders or something like that. So that
Yeah,
is
maybe it
something
was
to look at.
when I Alt F4'd, it
When you
basically
yeah,
reordered everything.
when you Alt F4 and join back in, it's just loading your local version of the game, so it doesn't actually change anything.
Oh, okay.
There is, so what I'm saying is when we get to this, when we get to the spirit phase, we'll use there's a button in the menu that says resync with leader. We'll use that. I mean, we could use
Okay.
it right now if you want, but maybe safer to use it at the start of the spirit phase.
Sure. So going back to our plans for this turn. So I'm feeling like Fire in the Sky and D7 when I get Dahan in there is a sort of defend, but also could just blight probably. It could
And
also
oh, you have fire in the sky? Amazing.
Fire in the Sky C6 probably with some movement. Or actually not even movement. I could just place presence and get wherever I want.
Yeah.
But it has to be a sacred site is the thing, but I could just do middle growth. I'm not getting the Gather the Warriors unless I play Promises of Protection. But if I did that... Or no, can I... Oh, if I'm playing placing two presents, I can play 3 cards. Oh ho! How about all of the above?
Promise of
Promises
protection
of
is
Protection,
good for
Fire in the
D7.
Sky, and Spiron. Yeah, so then I don't have to defend D7.
We get a blight, but the Dahan live and kill everything. So
And the Dahan don't die, so Thunder Speaker doesn't lose presence as long as Thunder Speaker doesn't end up there.
yeah. I mean, yeah, you just don't move your presence with them, or move them out after, or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just getting all the spooky Thunder Speaker music now, because you're the only one left using powers.
No, Lightning is as well.
Oh, is lightning is no, but oh yeah, okay, I see the icon now. Right.
Yeah, so that stops A4. C6 with Fire in the Sky. D7 with Promises of Protection. Still haven't resolved A1.
Yeah, I mean we have the dissolve combo if we want to devote the resources for it.
Oh, right. In which case I don't need the Dahan in there.
Yeah. Yeah, you harbinging.
Yeah, there's Harbingers. I guess if I move a Dahan into C6, it kills everything in the land, although that's not really super important, but just as long as the town is gone.
Yeah,
Or
I
the
mean
fear.
it's a fear unless you have anywhere else to put it. Seems good. I guess you could get Thunder Speaker's Sacred Site together. Could you? Oh, maybe you can't. You can't reach where you would want to that. But
Yeah, I think I want to get. Actually, I don't know what I want.
yeah, like take a guy from C5 into C6 or something. Or if you want Thunderspeaker to be in C6, like, you could move that C7.
Well, I mean, I can just get Thunderspeaker's presence with the growth.
Right.
I'm just wondering whether I want to move Dahan to the D coast, but there's plenty of Dahan on the D board already, I think.
There are more than there started.
So, do I want to move? I got to move 2 Dahan into D7 in any case, or at least 1.
Well, no, but aren't you using Promises of Protection? That gathers too.
Oh, does it? Oh, yeah, it does. For some reason, I thought it had to have Dahan in the land to target, but it's not even that. Okay. Sorry, I'm taking forever on this. Yeah, I could end up with a lot of Thunderspeaker presence in C6, even without the growth. So, if I gather into C7, I could even push 1 into D7. Then I could also Harbingers into C6 and get the Sacred Site that way. Well, it doesn't even have to be like it's range 1 Sacred Site, so I don't even have to be
Right.
in it. But it gets me closer to the sea coast.
Yeah, getting closer to the coast on the right-hand side for Thunderspeaker seems useful.
Okay. So gather.
We definitely have an escalation next turn, which is not too crazy. Potentially, Wildfire's board might not have a town, so... I mean, it probably will, because of the stage 3 card, but... And coastal lands. Wildfire is just built that way. The army moves together, spurred on
like
by
when
lightning.
I feel like when I'm playing multiplayer, I'm like so worried about making sure I don't make a mistake. But when I play single player, I'm like, well, all right, I'm gonna do this because it makes sense.
Well, because we don't have
but it
undo.
didn't work. I guess yeah, the lack of undo adds the pressure.
I do have on my plate to... I want to get, like, fast slow phase undo going.
I have
for
a
the
way
next
of
version.
dealing with A1 now.
Oh,
End of Haunts and Embers.
no? Sure. That works. That's less complicated.
Saves you energy.
I guess
It
green
a
is
free card.
reclaiming, and yeah, that means I don't have to, like, sacrifice green's entire turn to play the one card, essentially. So, Haunts and Embers seems good to me. Oh, also, before you do all that, we're supposed to sync up because, I mean,
right.
we can sync up after if you want. I think it'll
hit
be
the button now.
okay.
And you still have fields choked.
Really? Can we get to a time where we're not in the middle of things?
Okay.
So I'm going to finish gaining my minor power. Nature's Resilience. Encompassing Ward. Absorb corruption and importance of disaster. Interesting choices. Is there a use for Encompassing Ward this turn? Honestly, not actually. Really. We've mostly emptied the sands out and mountains. It's going to take Nature's Resilience. It's useful. All right. Are we all? We're in not. No one's in the middle of anything now.
I'm not doing anything.
All right. Try pressing the sync with leader button now.
You still have fields choked.
What? Well, let's see what happens when we get to the card phase. Then I don't understand how that's possible. We'll carry on as if everything is fine.
Carry on, my wayward son.
Reaching grasp. I would like to move it to Han from B2 to B3. Oh my goodness. I have the opportunity for Threatening Flames to actually work for the first for the bonus fear.
Oh,
That guy in the corner.
okay.
The guy in the corner. I've never had it happen before.
Yes.
Amazing. Amazing. That's an option. That's funny. I have Guardian Serpents, so we could just defend C6 with that. But I'm probably not going to play it. All these cards are horrible elements. Literally no elements I want. Fire and plant on none of the cards. None of the cards have fire or plant. 2 of the cards have air, which I slightly want sometimes, maybe. I'm not happy with this. Reaching Grasp is more useful, so that's the click. Threatening Flames. I get to play 3 cards. That is, I have to do that. I don't care what else is happening. I'm doing the bonus fear in B3.
Wow.
And then I'm just gonna kill him afterwards with flash fires, I guess. Because I don't want him to build. Oh, I just kill him with like as long as I have 2 air. 2 air. Like Reaching Grasp, that's kind of gross, but I guess okay. I don't have energy for asphyxiating smoke. I guess I could play asphyxiating smoke instead of flash fires and split the damage. Oh wait, I only have 2 damage with my power. So I don't have enough to actually split it. What are you doing with Spur On?
I don't know. It doesn't have to be played.
Can I interest you in giving it to Wildfire to have a bonkers turn?
Sure.
Actually, Flame... Yeah, because I don't get the split. But then if I do get to play Reaching Grasp or Flash Fires, I get the air that I need for the split. So, yeah. Probably actually Flash Fires so I can just kill the B1 guy. All right. That seems good. Green is adding presence, I guess, to a jungler wetland. I guess C1 or something. Or A something. Something where things are happening. This land with the city that's too far away from lightning.
Yeah, isn't it weird? I've only placed presence in the first 2 turns and never again. No, it's not weird. That's lightning.
It's not weird at all. It's completely normal. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to not have any buildings on board B for the escalation. So that's cool.
Nice. And no buildings on board D for the escalation either.
They're not building in any of those.
They are
Coastal lands?
building all those. Never mind. The escalation happens after the build. Shut up.
Yeah. Wildfire is also killing all the things, so they won't build.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, B2 is Death by Dahan, hopefully, so not everything. Am I defending? Is A1? You've got A1 sorted from some magical Land of Haunts and Embers. Okay,
I'm gonna kill the explorers with Raging Storm and then push the town out with Land of Haunts and Embers so they don't build.
sure. Then green. Green is gonna, I don't know, convert. Do we have to defend anything? C6? You got C6?
That's Fire in the Sky.
Yeah, everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. And I don't need defend. Let's play Stem the Flow, I guess. Green is like, I need things to do. I need to do things. I have nothing to do. So actually, they are going to build some stuff on board C. Are they? Yeah, I guess they are in C1. That's fine. C1, you can have C1. I probably could have stopped it if I really wanted to. I don't really
I
want.
could Raging Storm and C1
So
instead.
hang on. What cards did green play?
Call of Dahan Ways and Gift of Proliferation.
Yeah. So I also played Stem the Flow of Fresh Water. What if you try pressing the sync button now? I don't understand how it is not picking that up, because literally my game is supposed to be sending you my file and you load the file.
Yep, it's still the same.
What? What?
Should we hit finish playing cards and then try to resync again? I don't think that would do it though, right?
It says on my log I'm sending you the file, and maybe your game isn't loading it. So yeah, I'm just looking. Hang on, let me look at this thing.
If I were to Alt F4, would that fix it? It would,
No.
because it would load the local file.
It loads the local file, and for some reason it's not loading the file that I'm sending you, which it's supposed to. So yeah, send a beta feedback, which is like sync with leader not working. See previous bug. For context, I guess. You can have the same title if you want. Or say, yeah, Dolphin is still seeing the wrong thing. That'll at least show me that, like, it'll show me what your game is trying to do and what maybe there's an error. Like, are you seeing the thing pop up saying, like, syncing and the parts or whatever? And then it should be pretty fast, but.
Yeah, it loaded 9 parts and then it said resync successful, and then it still is the same.
Yeah, so something is wrong. I mean, that was kind of that's still a work in progress, that whole situation. But the goal for it was for it to work.
I know, right?
Yeah. So it's not going to get better from here. So probably the best thing is to switch to screen sharing, unless you want to do more. I'm just trying to think if there's more complicated things that could actually work.
So what would happen if you use the power that you actually played, but my game doesn't see?
Your game will just be like, that doesn't make, like, your game will just ignore it because it won't be expecting that to come in. Right? It'll be like, if I used Indomitable Claim, your game is like, okay, don't care. Like, that wasn't a thing. So, whatever. I'm just not, I mean, it'll like hold on to it and be like, okay, in case you get the chance to use Indomitable Claim, I'm ready for to actually do that. But you didn't, it's not going to happen, right? So what we could do is like do a manual sync, but I think that's probably going to be problematic. Quit and rejoin isn't going to do it, Seamus. So, because quit and rejoin doesn't actually do a sync right now, so it just loads your local file. And the local file screwed up, and the sync is supposed to replace it, but it's not working. So to screen sharing we go. I will start the program.
I mean, I could just quit and rejoin real quickly and see, just in case. You never know.
If you want. I mean, I know, because I programmed it.
Yeah. But at the same time, they
At
always
this-
say, turn
this-
it off and back on.
I mean, I will accept that you don't know.
Oh, look, you played Stem the... No, you didn't. I was kidding.
Yeah.
All right.
And I mean, one thing we don't have to like do the whole Trello thing. You can just Alt F like, or if you actually go menu, main menu, or like to actually, if you intentionally leave, I can just take over your spirits and then continue on from there with screen sharing. So connect when ready. And turn on your Spotify.
Yeah, so I'll have to steal the mouse back.
Now do you see
Damn.
Stem the Flow fresh?
Yeah, I see it now.
Oh no, except we're in this weird situation. Oh, whoa, that was cool. It automatically played it again. I'm in this situation where I can't finish playing the cards. That's new. All right, I guess we are doing the Trello thing. Cool. 1 second.
Well, while you get that set up, I'll go and tend to my pets for a minute.
Yes. Dolphin is feeding the fishes. But actually cats and ducks. All right. Dolphin's not dead. He's just resting. He's pining for the fjords. So I guess next turn, green is probably going to get +3 energy to play Dissolve. Seems good. Next turn, Wildfire is probably going to gain a power card because my power cards left are not great. Maybe more fire, though. More fire. Gotta love more fire. We'll have to ask Dolphin when he returns if he's a Norwegian blue dolphin. And or parrot. The captions say, and our parrot. But how do I make it say, and/or parrot? That's how. You have to say the slash. And or does not work. Well, it won't put the slash. And it really loves to capitalize slash. Like we're talking about the Rolling Stones. Is it the Rolling Stones with slash? I think so. Right? Or is that a different band? Is that Metallica? Oh, now it put a slash when it said was supposed to be I. Guns N' Roses. Thanks, Evil Dice Monkey. I'm just looking at the captions now, and it's sometimes kind of hilarious. Sorry, I'm not great at 70s bands. 60s? 70s? Old folks who play at casinos now. I'm sorry. I mean, I grew up in the 80s, but still. Are they 808s? 80s and 90s? GNR? I don't know if anyone watches the captions. If you do, that's cool. That's why I have them. Hopefully, they're helpful.
I am back.
Welcome back. We've been just talking about Guns N' Roses and other bands.
Ah,
And
I
also,
see.
are you a Norwegian Blue?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah. Monty Python reference.
Oh,
All right, so on your screen, are all the cards accurate as to what you had decided to play?
yes.
Cool. And Stem the Flow is here. And we can undo if we want. All right, why don't you go ahead? Actually, I
The
have
moment
Flames.
that we've all been waiting
I
for.
have Flames Fury that is potentially available if it helps. Actually, that means Raging Storm just kills A1 if I give you Flames
Oh, yeah.
Fury. You don't need
So then I
Haunts
don't
and
need
Embers.
Lands of Haunts.
You could Harbinge instead.
Unless that stops a build somewhere else. Like we could stop the C1 build with Lands of Haunts.
That's true.
And then
And
they
that-
don't escalate in
That
board
means
C.
no escalation. So, yeah, I'm into it.
Alright, I will Flame Fury myself.
Hey,
Because I can. Okay, and then this. Yeah, we don't want them to blight places, so just the wetlands probably.
I mean, I've got Defend from green that is not happening anywhere, so it
Oh,
may
okay.
as well be in that land and the Dahan kill everything.
Okay.
I don't think I have anywhere else to use it, so
How much defend is it? Defend 2? Okay.
pending the event is totally
mean-
fine.
Theoretically, I could fire in the sky in D7 instead. And then we don't have to have that land blight, but I don't think it really matters.
I'll allow a blight. We have a fear
Oh.
card too. You never know.
And then Spuron was to lightning, or not lightning, wildfire. I always miscall them because they
Oh,
have
yeah.
the same color.
And actually, I am gonna play. Oh yeah. Flash fires. Flash fires gets me a fire and an air, which are the elements I need. And Gift of Proliferation also is overkilling the whole universe. Cool. All right. First things first. Importantly, Threatening Flames. Do the thing. Get extra fear for the first time in my whole life. I've never done that before.
Good to make sure that the card does work as stated, though.
It works. Oh, what? I have. I have 3 plant, and so I just
Yep.
murdered everything. I didn't realize I had 3 plant. I didn't realize I had 3 plant, so I just murdered everything. That's cool. That was unexpected, but
Including
delightful.
The guy that you threatening flamed.
And Flash Fires goes here. And Gift of Prolif goes here. And I mean, I do love another fire.
You could have done 7 damage.
Yeah, but I already had enough. And now board B is
But-
completely empty of invaders. It's just me and Blight.
But you
Me
could
and
have
Blight,
done
baby.
7 damage.
Me and Blight, baby.
Still
And-
6 blight in the card. It's crazy.
You can call to migrate if you wish.
I don't know if it's needed.
So the only
I have
board
only
where
the
they're going
Furious,
to escalate is board A.
No, they're escalating D.
Oh, I thought we had D. Oh, also D. Okay.
No, they're building in all those.
I mean, stopping 2
Not
boards is
really.
good.
Not really 100% on how I'm handling board D. I guess I would lead the Furious in D2 and then like defend D1 next turn.
I mean, I can place a presence in D3 and destroy everything
True.
if you like.
Yeah, if you did that in D3, then board D is taken care of.
Wildfire is doing 3 damage when placing presence.
Beautiful.
So,
And
and
there's still
green is enabling it. Green is an enabler.
Utter destruction.
Oh, you also have to destroy a town for fun.
So I guess that's happening in A3 after the build, if you're allowing the build.
I mean, I don't have to allow the build, but I could.
Alternatively, I destroy the town in A8. And then they don't see, like, most of these inner lands. That seems really nice,
Yeah,
actually.
do that. And I'm going to still allow the build because I want a sacred site next to A2 so I can blow the city up.
Okay.
And whatever, the A3 is defend 2. That's fine. Actually, I convert the town into a Dahan, so that's even better.
I guess I could migrate into C2, or push into C2, so that the guy dies and we preserve that disease even more.
Sure. You could
I don't
gather...
think-
Yeah, you could put a couple guys in there. I guess because you can gather push, right? So, if you wanted
2,
to.
3, 4, 5. So you kind of have to leave those 3 in there. So
Well, you can
hold
grab
on,
a C5.
T5. Do you
I
want
mean,
that guy? A3?
You only really need 1, so...
You do.
I mean, 2
Yeah,
just
sure.
in case of the event, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, and my defend 2 is going in there. That seems important. All right. Event card. Each city does +2 damage. There's no city ravaging, I believe.
Placing disease, but ignore disease this turn. So actually taking out C2 is nice.
Yeah, and that accidentally killing all that was good too. Where do we want disease? Is it on each board add disease? So I guess the lands where anyone is, even if it's not going to work. Probably. Well, I'll click my boards and you can click your boards. I'm going to
I
click
don't
that.
really have a preference. I guess like D1 would be the general best on my board. Well, on Thunder Speaker's board. And then the land with Blight.
And we get a pile of fear for an extra fear card. It is
Nice.
palpable. The fear is palpating. I mean, I wrote that, so it's my own fault.
Hey!
Remove and explode. Okay. How about they don't build every... Honestly, do you want them to not build on board D? Because we can arrange that.
Then there would be no escalation on board D, so that seems powerful.
All right, I'm going to click these 2.
And D3 as well.
I'll also click D3. And these guys are dead by Dahan. That guy, I mean, I could stop this guy building. This guy's not building. There's still going to be a city there, though. So
They
it's
are
not
building
really...
because they're ignoring disease.
Oh, right. So I guess it's A3 then, right?
Yeah,
May as well.
that was a really good fear card.
May gather a town into a coastal land.
This one's less good.
Well, I mean, it's May. So,
Yeah, I mean it's a May, so it's fine, but it's also non-effective.
yeah.
If
It's
anything was defended, it'd be different, but it's not.
literally the only places it can happen are... There's 2 towns on the entire island. This striped one and this one. So we could
Yeah.
save a blight if you want, but it seems...
I want that blight.
Yeah, I think we click skip. Thanks, Fear Card. You're very helpful. The Fear Card was useful in that it discarded to make way for a next Fear Card.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it is such a great fear card because you could discard it and get to the next one.
Exactly.
So I think that the fear card number 1 was just awesome.
No, the fear card
Just
number
one
1
build.
was very nice.
One build.
And there's going to be one escalation because there's buildings only in A2, like literally only A2. So it's mountains. So where would you like this town to go?
Probably not anything that sees A6 or also wildfire sports. So
Right,
I guess that would be
A4.
A4 or A3 if you want it in there.
Yeah, A3 is gonna ravage, but it's also fine. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but we're winning very hard. So...
Oh yeah. We're not at the stage where we win with no buildings though.
Oh yeah, we're still under level 1. We're one card away, I
We're
think.
close.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. We haven't reached a victory condition, but also we're fine.
Oh, Call of the Dahan Ways. With Moon.
Yeah, no, that I was planning to use it earlier, but I could use it here now.
Yeah.
Just even better. So I mean, we can probably... Can I reach a town? I can't reach a town. There are no towns. We should have put a town so I could have destroyed it.
Whoops.
Can we put a town in a place where I can reach that wouldn't have caused an explorer, but even if it did, I don't care because I can destroy it? Doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. Oh, man. And they explored the place where they're going to die. Cool. Good job, kids.
Yeah.
Same
My
thing
board
here.
just didn't explore.
This one, there's no Dahan. I can't
Well,
get
there
it.
can be Dahan.
There can be. It's true.
Gather 3, push 3. Thunder Speaker can get in on the action.
All right, I'm going to remove Blight.
Thunder Speaker could put Strife on A2.
I'm just going to
But you're
remove there.
killing that with Creeper's Tear and Stem the Flow? Oh, yeah.
You know what? I have no one else to kill. I have no one else to kill. It's that guy. That's the guy. I mean, we don't have enough fear, but we're basically winning, right? Like, there's no doubt. There are no cities on the island. There are
Oh,
a
I
few.
also lead the figure, so I killed the town in E2. I was having to deal with a lot of board D, but the remove Explorer from coastal land just completely
Yeah, that
was a
just
wash.
negated everything. So, I guess I push it to Han from this mountain. Get out of here. Get out of here. There. I'm done.
All right.
Hey, Kokemote. Yes, we are playing two-handed, and we were on multiplayer for most of the game, but we ran into a bug having to do with forgetting, which I will investigate next week.
I also killed everything in A2. What the hell?
Yeah, I killed it because that was what I was going to do before. I just executed my previous plan.
I thought you didn't have enough damage, but I guess I was wrong.
Well, I did, but I had 3 damage and converted a town to a Dahan. So.
Oh, okay. Okay, so actually, then I just go into B3. I just need one. I just need to get my presence in there, and then this Dawn kills that guy. Or 2 of them, whatever. Who cares? Oh.
Yeah, as Kokima says, it feels weird when the board is nearly empty, but it's tier 1, so you can't win. Exactly. It's like, it's clear that we've won, we just can't actually win yet.
We just need to get 9 more fear.
It's like the invaders appear and they get fire hosed as immediately. Like, where did they explore? They explored in the mountains. How many explorers are in the mountains right now? 3, and they're all dying immediately. That's the situation.
And
The
then
problem is
escalation doesn't even work.
we can't get fear because we killed everything. Right?
Yep.
So we need to gain cards that generate fear. Basically.
I mean, I have a card that generates 2 fear and +2 if it's a blighted land.
All right, well, why don't you go ahead and start cascading or whatever you want to do. I'm going to take major
card
powers
that
and look for
says
big
fear.
fear numbers.
None
They
of these
don't.
cards say fear.
None of them do. You could block some builds. Wow.
Block the builds that are already happening. Does anyone have fear as like a? I don't think so, right?
Fear is a construct. No one has. No one has a power that says fear. No. Well, innate power. I mean, I have powers. My innate power says do a lot of damage, which tends to
I
make
take
fear. But
steam vents and do something with it. I can't. Damn it.
are you not in a land with an explorer?
Maybe I add a beasts and the event card gives fear based on beasts.
Good plan.
Uh,
That says fear.
they're not building.
The Harbinger says fear, but there's no towns or cities.
That's fear, even if there's nothing.
2 energy for 1 fear. I mean, cool, sure.
How many of these say fear?
Fire in the sky. Manifestations has 1 fear for 3 energy.
But it's also slow. But I guess it doesn't matter because they're not building. So one option is that I don't reclaim and I just reclaim 1 because I already had manifestation in hand and I get this for 2 fear. But is there going to be a minor power that's more effective than manifestation for fear? Most likely, right?
Yeah, there's lots of enterprises that say 2 fear. For like 2 fear for 1 energy is pretty standard, I think. But also none of these cards say fear.
None of these cards say fear. I'm gonna go with.
Oh my god.
Oh, there's another power. Okay, well, take 2.
None of these cards say fear.
What is even happening right now?
That's amazing. I love it.
This,
I love it so much. We
that.
are winning so hard that we can't win. That's the situation that we're in right now.
Actually, I want the card that does fear, so it's not even gonna be.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of energy.
There's a blatant in mountains. I know no one cares about that, but you know.
I thought you were gonna cascade for more fear.
Hey,
oh, that was
Invaders
lightning
are
doing that.
present. It's fear.
Oh yeah,
if I lightning's boon, I can do that fast. Actually,
Voice of Thunder. I mean, we don't have to do it fast. Like, literally, we don't care what the invaders are doing, right? So,
right.
I can make 3 fear fast if we want. This doesn't actually do fear, and this does almost nothing. The goggles.
It pushes an explorer.
Turns out in this situation, Dissolve the Bonds of Kinship is not very good. I was going to get energy so I could play it. You know what? I'm going to get a different major power. Raid question mark. Not right now. Talons of Lightning, 3 fear. Can't afford that. Well, actually, I could afford to only play that.
Right. But then Overgrow is also 3 fear, so never mind. Sea monsters is 2 fear per beasts.
Is there a beastly place? 2 fear per beast is 4 fear in one of these places where no one. There's literally. Oh, if invaders are present. Dang it. There have to be people there. There's no people. It doesn't work. I mean, it's slow, so maybe they'll show up.
No. Land of Haunts and Embers pushes. I can get someone into A5.
Put them into A2.
Or A2.
Or A5.
Well, A5 is a wetland.
This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Talons of Lightning, I guess. None of these are good picks. They're all bad picks.
Why are you turning down sea monsters?
Do I love sea monsters?
Because you could target A5 with it. I get a guy in there with Lands of Haunts and Embers.
All right, we got a big plan.
In there.
We got a big plan. I'm actually forgetting Stem the Flow now.
And you also get to play. Oh, I guess you can't. Never mind. Sea monsters plus Overgrow is 7 energy.
I get to play Nature's Resilience for no reason. That's the only thing I could play.
I'm sorry.
Let's make a Sacred Site in case of event. Sea monsters. the end. All right. Wildfire. Give me some targets. There's no
I
targets.
guess I could play Speron, so you could play Overgrow
Sure. If you want
instead
to.
of playing Purifying Flame.
I mean, I'm adding Blight right now. It's just deciding where. Range 3. Whoop, 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 whoop. There's no invaders. There's no one to kill. It's awkward and uncomfortable. I mean, I could destroy your presence in A1, but you probably don't want that.
Honestly, I don't really care.
Yeah. Can I reach 1, 2? I can't reach this C4. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3. I can. Yeah, let's do that. Well, I'll get my power.
To be fair, there are event cards that say replace and
This card says
explore.
fear.
Hey.
Except I don't have any energy, so I can't play it.
Did you? Oh, you took the power growth. No, you get 1 energy if you take off energy track.
Oh, that's true. But I also have a card that costs 1 energy that I want to play.
But does it give fear?
It does not give fear, and this gives 2 fear, so, you know, it's better. It's better.
I could spur you on instead. You could do that.
It's more fear to spur on green, so.
Yes.
All right, we got Reaching Grasp. I have no innates because I don't care. Cool. I mean, I can Fire Doom this guy if he may be a problem. He probably won't be. Are we happy? You want to just change your card play, I think, right?
Yeah. That one. I get to Furious Fast for all the
Warning.
towns that are there.
I could play a card I don't want to play.
Warning! Warning! Warning!
Warning.
Bam!
Bong. Continue.
Bam!
Strife.
You.
Oh, right. Oh, your Haunts and Emberings right for the extra fear.
Oh, that was my presence, wasn't it? Well, it's gonna destroy someone's presence.
Yeah.
And
I have
guess I was gonna
Reaching.
put Beast in there.
I have Reaching Grasp
well.
if you want it, because I don't need it. So.
Well, it's
You
important. The only thing is that this has to go in a land with an explorer in case beasts give fear.
There you
I
go.
guess actually I could just rewind instead.
Yeah, you-
How about that?
No, but you're not even close enough.
Oh, but I guess you're killing this. Or no, you didn't go in there. No, I didn't kill you. Okay. Or not kill you. There we go.
All right. I have Reaching Grasp that's just sitting here.
Yeah, I don't care. We don't need that fast. I don't need that fast. Here. I don't have a sacred site. Never mind.
Reaching Grasp?
Okay. Actually, Reaching Grasp isn't even good enough.
For Thunder Speaker?
It's range 1 sacred site.
Yeah.
And I don't
Oh.
have sacred sites over there.
Your Sacred Site's way the heck over here. It's so far. 1, 2, 3.
So far away. I could blight the guy in your land if you wanted.
Blight?
Or not blight, strife. I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't need to actually strife anything.
You can't reach anyone though. Strafe someone. I'll give you Reaching Grasp so you can strafe someone. Cool.
Oh, actually, we do win in the fast phase.
Do we?
Yeah, 2 fear off of visions and 1 fear off of shatter homesteads.
Well, this guy has to leave. He can go there. And Overgrow is also 3 fear. Luckily, there is a land with my Presence of Invaders, which is pretty rare these days. We win! Hooray! That's hilarious. Struggling to get to Terror level 2 so we could win. We probably could have tried to focus on literally killing all the explorers also, and achieved it
Yeah.
that way. It's 58. We should have added more blight.
Hey,
Not
I
bad.
added more blight, so we lost a point. So
We did add 2 to Han, which did not change our score. Well, all right, time for second wave. now that we're not in multiplayer, we can play 2 more waves. 3 more waves? 2 more waves.
2 more waves.
2 more waves. We're not doing that. It's 10 o'clock. 9 o'clock
Yeah,
in
we
Eastern
had
time.
a super long one last week. Then I'm okay with a measly 2-hour game.
Exactly. That was all good. I've got a bug to look out for with Green forgetting the card, and your forget is different than mine, so certainly have to sort that out. This has been Spirit Island Saturday. Thank you for watching. I am John, aka Migrant P. You can find me on all of the places. If you're interested in my gardening, it is on my Instagram. If you're interested in my Twitter, it's on my Twitter. If you're interested on me streaming, very rarely, it's on Twitch at Migrant P. Logic Dolphin, where can one find you?
You can find me at Logic Dolphin on Twitch, Logic Dolphin on Twitter, Logic Dolphin on YouTube, and on Discord, wait for it, it's Logic Dolphin.
Outrageous.
And there's no digits anywhere.
How about MySpace?
I actually made a joke about MySpace the other day.
All
So
right.
if you want to follow me, you can find me on MySpace, Friendster.
Yeah, Friendster. Oh man, Google Plus is in that category now. Wasn't there one like Orco or something like that? There's something that turned into Google Plus that was a weird name, I think. Yeah, social networks. I'm sure that will be a topic of archaeology someday. I feel sorry for those scientists. Fun. All right, that is going to be it. Have a good weekend and tune in for other shows on this channel, including tomorrow with another letdown. And we will see you soon. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Good night.